Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel, and this is the guitar I was waiting for. Take a look at this. Black, sleek, built for stealth and speed. Now, I actually included this in a previous video where I was demoing something else, and I kind of snuck this guitar in because I love it so much. But this is basically the latest thing that I've got from AIO, all-in-one guitars. And the thing with AIO is they do these incredible setups, top quality control, I should say, a really great personal attention to the guitars when you order them. But most of the models they have made up to this point have been, or up until recently I should say, have been very traditional models, right? So we're talking single cut Les Paul style guitars and Tele type guitars and Strats and things like that, single coil pickups, traditional bridges, that kind of stuff. Now, not too long ago, they started making these amazing neck-through guitars. And I've had this one for a little while. This is, a classic 3 single coil Strat type guitar, but with this amazing neck-through construction. So now, what AIO has finally done is they have basically taken that neck-through construction, but made a serious, modern, shredder metal type guitar. And this is it right here, and I absolutely love this. They've put so many of my favorite features on this guitar. It's got 24 frets. It's got an ebony fretboard. It's got the double locking trim on it. We've got humbuckers in both the bridge and the neck position, and they even snuck a middle pickup in there. And this one even has Grover tuners up here. But look at the back. Look at that neck joint right there, okay? The key here is, even though this is painted, it has the exact same construction as their neck-through guitars. This is a neck-through guitar, and it has this multi-piece walnut, maple, and ash body and neck on it. And that is actually fairly exotic construction because there are a lot of neck-through guitars out there that maybe have mahogany wings and then a solid maple neck on it. But this guitar here combines a maple top, okay, and then we've got ash for the body, and then walnut and maple for the neck, and it's a 5-piece neck. And this guitar and the new one, the black one, they both have ebony fretboards on them. So you've got like 4 different types of wood in this instrument. And of course, if you're going to make a metal guitar, you want it to be black, right? But let's make it a black flame burst, just to give it a little bit more flash, which I like. Now we're talking about the different woods, right? Different body woods and so forth. Neck woods, and people always debate like, well, does the wood actually make any difference, the type of wood, on an electric guitar? Well, people will probably debate that forever, but I did a video a while back, I think about 2 years ago, where I compared 2 identical guitars, the exact same guitar, same pickups, same construction. The only difference was that the top wood, one was maple and one was walnut. And in that video, I could hear a difference, I think, and people watching the video claimed they could hear a difference between the 2 guitars, with that wood being the only difference. But look, even if you can't hear a difference or you don't think there's any difference, the construction, though, the way they have combined the different woods, the construction really makes for a great instrument. And the big thing is the tuning stability, actually, and the strength of the guitar, because when you combine different types of wood together, they support each other in different ways. And a multi-piece neck made from different types of wood is actually going to be stronger and more resistant to temperature changes and humidity changes than if the same neck was made with just one solid piece of wood. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into the weeds on that, but the long story short is that they have taken this awesome kind of exotic construction and then made it into an awesome shredder metal type guitar like this with the double locking trim and 24 frets and all the stuff I love. Also, despite the extensive setup work that AIO does to these guitars, which I've talked about in previous videos, and I know a lot of you have seen the shop tour video that I did where I went to their shop and saw how they did the setups. Despite all that work that they put into these guitars, they still have been able to keep the price pretty far down, pretty affordable. So these guitars, all of this stuff, these neck-through models, are going for like between $500 to $600. They're right in that price range there. Okay, But the big thing here, right, is as cool as the guitar is, the cool features and specs and setup and all that stuff, how does it sound, right? So let's go ahead and plug this in. We'll listen to how it sounds, and I'm going to use my trusty Boss IR200 amp and cabinet simulator for the demo. I love using that thing, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, that's about a $400 piece of equipment. So you can get this guitar and that unit, and you will get the exact same sounds that I'm getting in this video. So there's no like studio magic or multi-$1,000 recording setup or anything like that. Anyway, guys, if you enjoy videos like this, checking out cool new guitars, especially affordable stuff, and also staying up on all the latest news in the guitar universe, and you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing right now. Okay, let's go ahead and plug this in and listen to how it sounds. Okay guys, let's talk a little bit about the playability of this guitar right here. So a few real standout things on it is the 24 frets, and with this super sleek neck joint back here, you've got great fret access. You can easily grab that top fret up there. Also, I've talked about this before, but the fretwork on these guitars is so good. I mean, it's very low action on this guitar. One of the things you can do with AIO is you can request a particular setup, like a particular action height, and they'll do that for you before they ship out the guitar. I like a fairly low action, not like slammed down on the frets, but pretty low, and they've really got that dialed in for me here on this guitar. The other thing is that even though this has the gloss finish on the back of the neck, and sometimes, a lot of the time I prefer the satin finish like this one has, even though it has the gloss finish, the edges of the frets, and in particular the edge of the fretboard, the corner of the fretboard, is so smooth that you don't really drag too much when you're shifting around on the fretboard here. So it's very easy to get around on, and the smooth surface of the ebony fretboard itself really helps that a lot. Now the bridge here, this is the Floyd Rose Special bridge, so it's not the greatest bridge, but it's far from one of the worst. And this one works great. Hopefully you could hear it there in the demo. It stays in tune. Excellent. The other thing, which is kind of surprising, is some of the special bridges have this issue where the arm will loosen up and it'll start to kind of clank. This one doesn't do that, so I've really got no complaints about the bridge at all. Now, as far as the controls, it's a standard 5-way selector switch, single volume, single tone, so you can get a nice variety of sounds out of it, but it's not too complicated and it stays out of your way. So you can grab these controls very quickly when you're shredding along. You get to go bam over to the neck pickup, doing the Yngwie thing or something. And it just works great for that. Now this look here, this black burst, and you can see it's got the matching headstock, right? I love this look, but I should mention a couple things. You can get this guitar, the exact same setup with the Floyd Rose and the pickup configuration. You can get it in this natural wood finish if you want to see all of that neck through construction. Also, this has the satin finish on it, which is really cool. And sometimes you've got like a really nicely made guitar. You want to show off how it's constructed a little bit. But I don't know, the black burst with the black ebony fretboard and the black hardware, it's so sleek. I love that. And on that same tangent, they even have a version of one of these guitars, with the same bridge and the 24 frets, the ebony fretboard, with the natural finish, and it has one of the upgraded Floyd Rose 1000 series bridges. So it costs a little bit more, and they're calling that like the deluxe version. But I'll put links to everything I'm talking about, the guitars and the Boss IR200 unit, all that stuff, down in the video description below. And I'll also even include a link down there for that video where I was comparing the same guitar with the two different wood types, so you can listen to that and see if you can hear a difference. So overall, guys, I'm very excited about this. I love AIO as a brand and the shop and the whole crew there. And I'm thrilled that they've started making guitars that are a little bit more, a little bit more 80s shredder in spirit, right? Which is the stuff that I love so much. And if you're not into this, they still have a bunch of very traditional models as well. That stuff is not going away for sure. So guys, I really, I hope you enjoyed checking out this guitar. One thing I want to say real quick here is that I've recently broken 200,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is awesome. It's kind of been a goal of mine for quite a while, and this is the first video I'm doing after breaking that threshold. So I just want to give a big, quick thank you to everybody who's watching out there and been supporting the channel over the many years that I've been doing this. And if you haven't already seen it, I'm going to do like a live stream to celebrate that coming up soon. But guys, again, let me know what you think about this guitar, and I will have links for everything I was talking about in the video down in the video description below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you very soon.